Good morning, everybody from the Philippines on this Thursday morning. Maybe shortly before 7, maybe 6:45 in the morning on the 6th of February. So I just like to say good morning, magandang umaga. And for my lovely wife who's in Germany, we would say a very early Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen alle, wie geht's dir? So I'm just going to do a little video this morning about some of the things that I've done and something I'm working on, which trying to get our little garden back in shape since I got rid of a lot of big headaches that we had. Trash pile, still got a couple, but the property on the other side of the house looks very good because I took the weed eater out, trimmed down all the grass, pulling up a lot of weeds that grow because it kind of chokes the grass out. So it's been very interesting. And by the way, I've been here over a year this time. It's the longest I've been in the Philippines. And let me tell you, I learned a lot on doing things, especially being here by myself and surviving, which I can survive anywhere, like I told my wife a few times. She's all worried about me. I'm like, you don't have to be worried about me. It's like, baby, I was with the U.S. Army. I've been a lot of places. So, I say in most of those places I was at, people were shooting at you. Here you ain't got that. You're targeted in a different way because of your skin color. You're a foreigner. So a lot of things you have to be aware of that you'll definitely learn what not to do. So I learned a lot of that. I remember a few people said the Philippines, one thing you definitely learn though, the word patience. And I like how one guy said it, one YouTuber, it's not that you will learn patience in the Philippines, it actually tests those patience. And he's right. Because if whatever you're trying to do, you have to learn one thing. You ain't gonna be able to do it all. Say you got 4 or 5 things you want to do that day, you may get 2 of them done. And the reason I say that is one thing that takes you so long is traffic. And we're not in a big city. This is Santa Rosa, Cabanatuan. But to go from place to place. Now, to be honest with you, I have done at least 3 or 4 things in one day. That's a rarity. Because most of your time is eaten up just in traffic. And then you may get someplace like, wow, there'll be like, I'm renewing my visa. And I went to the NBI in December, completed the paperwork, paid a little extra, have it expedited. They were supposed to have it ready by the end of December. And the nice lady said she would give me a call. Well, of course, that didn't happen. My nephew, who's German, he said, oh, they won't call you. You're going to have to go down there to get it. And I was like, yes, I've been messing around. So it's February now. So I decided to go there. Man, I got there and looked in line and said, oh my God. There were already about 100 people in line and even more there. And I looked around and said, oh my God, that's a lot. The day I went there, hardly nobody. I must have picked the perfect day. But I go in, you got to sign in on this register. And the guy asked me what was I here for. So I said I did my NBI background check, completed it in December. It's supposed to be ready. I'm here to pick it up. So he goes, oh, you need to go inside. I was like, ooh, don't have to be in that line. And luckily, I walked in the doorway. The lady that helped me, she recognized me right away. But the name, she messed up. She said, oh, I remember you. You're Richard. I was like, no, don't call that what you call. Okay, but just have a seat. We'll get your stuff. So I had to sit there a few minutes, but yeah, I got it. It was like, boom. And getting out of there. And of course, mind you, prior to that, I had to go to the bank, try to update some information because some things I just can't pay for with the bank card they gave me. You know, and I needed to update my information on there. So I went to a branch, a BDO, which all they could do was I fill out the paperwork and they send it to the main office. I'm like, I don't want the middleman. So I had to drive all the way to the main office, which is another part of the city. I was in Santa Rosa, but I had to go to Walter Park and Colorado. And there was a lot of people there, so, and the traffic was horrendous. So, between driving from Santa Rosa to coming to Tucson and completing all that took well over an hour to do. Then I did the NBI thing, which thank God is done, so I got that. Clearance done. As part of my visa application to resubmit for another year. So that is done. I think I only got one other letter to type out. But I'm gonna have to go back and apply for another 2-month extension because my wife is not here because she needs to be here too to sign some paperwork when I apply for the visa. Plus, they got a little thing where they're gonna make automatic money off you anyway. Your current visa got to be valid for at least 2 months before you can apply for the 1-year visa. Mine's gonna expire in about 3 weeks, so I'm gonna spend more money because first I gotta do an extension and then I can submit the paperwork. It's crazy, right? For the 1 year. And I gotta get my passport renewed. That's something I gotta do right now. It doesn't expire. I got over a year left on it, but things here happen too fast. I don't want to be here without a passport, so I need to jump on the embassy website and see how long that mess is gonna take. Because I'm sure I will have to send my passport in. I'd rather not do that, so I might end up going to Manila to do it. I think that would be the best thing. Get a hotel, stay overnight. That would be the way if I can set an appointment up to do that. Because I do need to go renew my ID card too, so yeah, why not? Why not? So, other thing, bill paying here in the Philippines is just like any place else, relatively easy. But it's kind of like old school where you have to actually go to the shops to pay because a lot of places don't have online bill paying. So that's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it's okay. What else do I have to do here? So it gets me out of the house and not just sit around and the only thing I see is Byron Guy Gomez. So that's okay. Shopping is all right. Takes a little while to find those American items. that I'm looking for. I haven't really started on the German stuff yet. So I did a video previously about that. I got 3 places that I go, you know, the city mall here, because it's convenient and close, that's why. S&R for a few specialty items, and Robinson Townville or Pacific for maybe everything else. And yeah, maybe the 4th place is not so much shopping, but I call that entertainment, food, SM Mall. The grandkids like it. Like if they were here, I know what they're gonna say. They're gonna say Lolo, which is Lolo is grandpa, granddaddy, grandfather. In Filipino. Let's go to SM, especially the baby. She'll be like SM, or whatever. She can say SM. That's where she wants to go. So, and that's basic food shopping, hardware. They got hardware stores there at that Pacific Mall. Everything you can think of and more. It gets a bit crowded, but hey, it's okay. I can pretty much find about everything I need there, unless it's a special occasion. So yeah, I can't really think of anything else, you know. Got a truck. I had those. I just had some brand new seat covers put on inside the truck. You know, get rid of that temporary stuff that came with, and got some leather seat covers. Really beautiful. I like it. Just got to stop my son and all his friends from tearing it up. I was thinking of doing a trade-in, but when I looked at the prices on the new Toyota Hilux, I'm like, nah, I don't need a build like that. 2025 brought some hellacious prices to new vehicles. Mine's 2024. So, let's see, anything else? We did switch out internet from the old crap we had, which that was a ripoff, and we've been paying for that for years. Got PLDT, which is all right, to a better step up. But what really worked was a friend of mine's, Earl, introduced me to home Wi-Fi mesh, because we had to stay close to the living room door to get a Wi-Fi signal. Believe it or not, if the screen door was closed, the signal was weaker versus being open. Didn't want to leave it open because you just let flies and everything in the house all day. And this, with those 3 little beacons it has, we got the whole yard. I could be out on the street and still connected now. So I put one in the living room, one upstairs, and one in the kitchen here, because it helps for the cameras and all too that are around the house. So we have total connection, which is very, very good. And as far as the living costs, like I often tell my brother, for food and utilities, we don't really pay a whole lot of money. We probably spend more on food than we do on utilities, because, I mean, the biggest thing we have, because this is a big house, it's the electric bill. Or I probably should just say the food bill is a bigger bill than the electric bill. But right now we're paying, when we got here, the electric bill was very high. I don't know what they were doing, leaving everything on. It was like over 9,000 pesos a month. But now I knew would go down, like my wife was always saying, you know, with other people who were paying like 2,000 and 3,000 pesos a month. I said, baby, their house is much smaller. We have a lot of gadgets hooked up here, and that are on 24 hours a day. So we ain't gonna never have, you know, 1,000, 2,000 peso electric bill. It won't happen. But we went from 9,000 a month down to 5. So that's a big drop. The water bill, the same way. Well, water here, compared to the States, is very cheap. We used to have somebody coming out washing the clothes and stuff, and of course, when the ladies would do that, they let the water run all day. And that was around 600-700 pesos a month. So you say $14. That's not bad. Well, I should go back to the electric bill to tell everybody 9,000 pesos was close to about $200 a month for electricity, which we're down to only 5,000 and something. I think last month bill was only like 4,000. That was the cheapest. But between 5 and 6, I'm happy. That's a saving. But back to the water, we got a fully automatic washing machine. So our water bill one time dropped down to, it was 178 pesos, which is like less than $4. But it stays around 200, maybe 300 pesos at the most, $6, $7, compared to how it used to be. Because everybody used to wash their truck here and everything, so another story. So utility-wise, with the internet, 2,000 pesos, so $40, you know, and $100 electricity, $7 on water, you know, 107, $40 internet, so, you know, $147 in utilities. That takes care of that. And food-wise, we don't, it's only me and my son right now, so we don't really buy a whole lot each week. Maybe spend about 5,000 pesos, $100 a week on food, so, you know, $400 right now. Maybe a little more, one of those shopping, but you know, that's really about it. You know, $800 or so between utilities and food, however you want to add it up. So that's how I told my brother, food-wise, you can splurge. You can eat right, the right stuff you need to. Not pig out, because I've lost a lot of weight since I've been here. I think I've lost over 20, 30 kilos, so I used to be. Not anymore. In another place I do go shopping at is the Palenque to get fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, you can say, versus in the stores. Some stores have it, some stores don't. So that's about how a year been. We haven't been too many places. That's one thing I'm kind of sad on. But also having a few other issues, especially getting Social Security. Oh my God. I've been fighting since I retired in the end of 2023, trying to get benefits, and it is just a fucking nightmare. Especially working with the U.S. Embassy in Manila. Bless their hearts, but I told them, I've been calling you guys for a whole year. And you keep telling me every time, oh sir, we haven't gotten a response back from our main office in the States. I talked to the lady on Tuesday about that and told her that that is pretty sad. I've been calling you guys for now 13 months. You have never provided me with a response on nothing that you have sent to your main office. I said, I find that very disturbing. That made her feel bad. And I wasn't yelling, I was trying to be nice. Because I reminded her, I said, you know, when I was working for the government, I said, I worked 40 years all for the U.S. Army, as a soldier, as a civilian. And I was a human resource specialist. I've never kept a customer waiting a year for a response. Even on the toughest things I did, I had one thing where literally it took me 6 months to resolve it. But I called the customer, I talked to her. I told her, ma'am, this is going to take a long time. I do need your patience, but I will call you once a month to update you. And I did. I told her everything that was going on because I would contact my higher ups to see what they had, and they in turn would contact whoever they sent the action to, and they would respond back to me because I said it's time for me to update my customer in a week to let them know I didn't forget about them. And I'm telling Social Security in Manila, this is insane. You have never provided me nothing, not one response. I said, is that how long it takes? I said, if y'all keep track of all the records from all my calls, you should see if y'all sent a message to your main office in Baltimore, there's no reply. And I said, and I submitted a ton of documents to prove to you guys that I'm not working. I'm actually sitting on my butt in the Philippines. And you'll just ask me for another document. I said, this seems like an endless paperwork trail. Sooner or later, you should run out of documents to ask me, and then, we'll start doing sacrifices or something. I don't know. But that's one of my issues, getting paid. I know I was supposed to probably walk around and do a video, but I'm just talking about things to expect in the Philippines. And other than that, I met a nice group of expats who meet at SM City Mall and Colony Tuan. So probably need to get out more and meet them because currently I really don't know anybody here or have any friends. So most of my time is really spent managing this big ass house. And I do it like a job, so it gives me something to do on Monday through Friday. Then on the weekend, it's my time to just kind of cruise around a little bit as much as I can. Because I need to pace myself on all I can do. So that will be enough for rambling from me on this side. And I'll just say thank you for listening. If you got any questions, concerns, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer those. And I will say that's it for now, unless I think of something else. So bye for now. Y'all take it easy. Peace out. Love you. So long. Pa'alam. I'll be the same.